on the Gridiron, presented to you by Lone Star Steakhouse and Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL.
Hot today, everybody. Week 4 in the NFL is now upon us. The NFL season is a month old. Ken Nicholas and Dave Delgado are joining me. I'm Jason Solison. We are once again in the friendly confines of Lone Star Steakhouse right here in the heart of Tamuning, a great place to watch a game. Now, Dave, we've got a fantastic game coming up. The New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins, division rivals, are heading over to jolly old England to play a big game.
Yeah, and that's going to be a late game. That's going to be Sunday at 11:30 p.m. Real late game. I'm going with the Jets in that game only because the secondary is really strong. I'm looking for Brandon Marshall to have a big game for the Jets, and I think the traveling time is a little bit easier for New York, and I'm going with the Jets in that one.
So I guess you would say the Jets do not have jet lag.
Yeah.
All right. And on that very appropriate pun, we go to Ken Nicholas, who has last week's winner from our Pigskin Pickups contest.
Congratulations to Gil Paulino, who picked 15 out of 16 games correctly, just edging out our very own Dave Delgado, who got 14 out of 16
right,
games correct.
You are shooting up the leaderboard, though, my
friend.
friend.
I moved up from 60-some to 11 now, so I just got to stay in the run.
All right, well done, Gil. You also get a fantastic prize.
Yes, you get the $30 gift certificate here to Lone Star, as well as the commemorative keepsake limited edition KUAM Golden Ball. So
let's see that arm strength. Everybody on social media was talking about it last week. They're like, Ken has got a cannon, so here we go. All right, Brett Favre has nothing on you.
Yeah, definitely not.
That is a howitzer waiting to happen right there. All right, everybody, and this week we have a special treat for you because right here at Lone Star, we are actually debuting some new entrees that our friends at Lone Star have here for you. They begin Monday, so you guys want to come down, watch a really good game, bring your friends, and try these amazing meals. Ken, what have you got?
In front of me, we have the Rockefeller salmon, and it looks delicious. I can't wait to get into that right now.
That looks really good, especially with that sweet potato. I am going to basically dive into these Santa Fe egg rolls right there, which look fantastic. And Dave, what do you got?
I have the Santa Fe grilled chicken pasta.
Man, that looks good. Well, those are going to go good with the games that are coming up right now. Of course, we have a big game, the Cowboys at the Saints. That's a late game. Let's talk about that one first. Sunday Night Football on NBC.
Yeah, well, I'm going with the Cowboys, even though Tony Romo's out. I think they have enough firepower offensively. Defensively, they'll probably hold Drew Brees if he actually plays. He's still listed day-to-day, so I just think, the Cowboys have a lot riding this year after making it so far last year. This could be possibly the year they make it deep into the playoffs.
All right, so Dave is going to ride with the Cowboys?
Yep.
All right, Ken, what did our online community say?
Well, even without Tony Romo, it looks like 64% of those of you playing at home still think the Cowboys have a good chance to win. So.
Wow. So no Tony Romo, no Des Bryant, but the Cowboys still decidedly favored. That's interesting. Well, you want to get up with us at 3 in the morning on KUAM TV 11 because we've got the Oakland Raiders traveling to the Windy City, Dave, and they are taking on the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears. Jay Cutler hurt. Not sure if he's going to play in that game. The Raiders, a lot of veteran players they picked up from San Francisco. I think Carr is going to get the job done. The Raiders are going to steamroll and pick up the win against the Bears at home.
All right, Ken, what does our online community say about this game?
I think most of those playing at home agree. 80% going with Oakland.
All right, very cool. Now, what we also want to draw attention to before we throw it over to your fantasy tips is a new, really interesting beverage that goes great with any of these entrees. It is the cold brew iced coffee right here at Lone Star. You want to try that. It is absolutely amazing. Washes down any meal. Very perfect. So we are going to go ahead and dig into these fantastic egg rolls right now. Let's throw it over to Andy Wheeler for this week's fantasy tips.
All right, week 4, talking fantasy here. Interesting matchups, and this begins the bye weeks. So there are a few teams. If you've got players, you need to obviously take them off your roster, play them someone else. If you've got Le'Veon Bell on your roster, look for him to have a huge week because Ben Roethlisberger is out. And if you had Ben on your team, obviously you're going to need another QB, so look to pick somebody up. But Le'Veon Bell going to have a huge game because Michael Vick going to be running the offense. They're probably not going to let him do too much and put too much of the game in his hands, but expect Le'Veon Bell to also to have a monster game. Adrian Peterson also, you can look for him to have a pretty big game. They're going to be going up against the Broncos, and the Broncos really good pass rush. Their secondary is good. That run defense, little questionable so far, so look for Adrian Peterson, obviously Superman, to have a huge day. Also, you're going to look at maybe Antonio Brown, maybe not having the week that he's been having. Michael Vick going to target him a few times. I don't think they're going to be going for the long ball. He may get a couple touches, but I think Le'Veon Bell is going to be shouldering most of that load. So it is going to be an interesting week in fantasy, of course. A lot of great games, so I'll be looking forward to watching it with you. Now, you can check us out. We're going to be having watch parties all over the place, so you need to tune into I-94 for information on where I will be. So good luck in those fantasy leagues, all right?
On the Gridiron, presented to you by Lone Star Steakhouse and Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL.